And we made it. Facebook fam, YouTube fam. So glad y'all joined me on the heels of just a live objection show with On the Block with Jen. Thank you guys who were present for that. To actually jump right back on here again and be here with me so I can talk a little bit about, and really for me, it's about maybe even answering some questions about this new project that I'm excited about. As you know, I'm a filmmaker. And the interesting thing about being an independent filmmaker is that um, we, especially those of us who are really passionate about it, we when we're not working on an actual film, we really feel like it's like, you know, it's like kind of empty. It's like, we really want to be, our passion is creating. And for me, it's about storytelling. It's about telling stories that I feel like can impact people's lives. I'm deliberately aiming to inspire. Like I want to be inspirational. The whole reason why I got into filmmaking was because I saw a movie by Spike Lee called "Do the Right Thing," and I saw how it had such an impact, and it had the ability to kind of change some things, or at least start a conversation about race relations at that time. And so I can get into all that stuff a little bit later. What I want to do is start out by, as some of you have seen, some of you may not have seen. It's a short video. Um, and I'm going to the Chrome tab. Yeah, I've got the audio. Let me go to the YouTube page. What I have done is what I've done is I've created a, what's this? I have more than one. Hang on real quick. Let me make sure this is the right channel. Okay. So yeah, you guys can see that. And let me click this. We won't start it yet. Wow, there's an ad. There's an ad on this already. All right. All right, so I'll go ahead and expand that. What I want to do is go ahead and show this. It's only 5 minutes. This will explain it, and then I'm going to come back on the back end and further explain it. And then, if you guys have any questions on it, then I can answer those questions. All right, so this is my new project. Let me talk about it. Hello, I'm Frank Goodin, an Emmy Award winning independent filmmaker from Jacksonville, Florida. I am incredibly excited to introduce you to my next project, a story called Life or Death, brought to you through what I'm calling a live graphic novel experience. Now, if the first question you have right now is, what's a live graphic novel experience? Then I don't blame you. It's because this is a true first. To my knowledge, what I'm about to do with this project has never been done before. And honestly, for me, that's one of the most exciting parts of this endeavor. And one of the coolest things is that you get to trailblaze this path right along with me every step of the way. Okay, I need to answer the question. What do I mean by a live graphic novel experience? It means that every step of the process of producing this story is going to happen live, right in front of you in real time. Auditions are going to happen for you live, every single one of them. Casting for the show will happen for you live. And further, you, the viewing audience, will have input on who you want to see in all of the leading and supporting roles for this story. So you will be in on the casting decisions. Voice talent from all over the country, maybe from all over the world, will audition for this. And you will have direct input on who I choose for each role. Then, in a unique, never before seen process that I can't wait to show you, by the way, the rehearsals and the actual performances will be live for you to witness and later discuss as we create life or death, scene by scene, right in front of you. With movies, We all are used to seeing a few outtakes after the movie sometimes. I'm about to flip that and invite you into the process in real time as we create it in this format. This is going to be incredibly insightful and incredibly entertaining for you to watch this take shape from beginning to end right in front of you. So step one for you is to subscribe right now and hit the notification button so that you can see every live stream as it happens. Step two is to go out and tell everyone you know that I'm now accepting auditions for all characters in Life or Death, specifically the main characters of Caleb, Roy, Bus, Bianca, and Ava. Brief character information is in the description, so be sure to check that out. Anyone interested in auditioning should just let me know in the comments of this video, along with your email contact, and I'll reach out, get in touch, and set up your audition date and time. Auditions are the same for everyone. Just perform a single monologue. So make sure you're prepared to bring your best. Step three is easy. Just sit back and enjoy the show. You're about to see everything, and you'll even get to take part along the way. To the voice acting talent who will be auditioning, no matter what your level is, this is something you should audition for. Let me explain. If you're a complete beginner, but you feel like you have the talent, then this is your chance to let your talent be discovered. Even if you're not cast in this production, your audition will always be here on this channel for anyone in the future looking for talent in other productions. Others of you are in acting school right now, learning all the elements of a great performance and working out your skills. Put those skills on display right now, live, and potentially be cast in a project that lets you showcase your talent on a national platform. If you're a working actor in the business, take this opportunity to work with an Emmy Award-winning director who understands how to elicit your best performance on a beat-by-beat basis. As you know, it's not only about the opportunity to do the work, it's about setting you up to do your absolute best character work. I know how to help you bring your best performance. Let me end this introduction like this. I'm not going to be shy about what I think this is. I'm going to go ahead and just be bold and tell you how I honestly feel. This is going to be huge. The entire experience. Partly because this hasn't been done before. And I said that before, so let me again be very specific. To my knowledge, no one has ever translated a graphic novel into a live action production from auditions to the finished live performance, all in front of a live audience on YouTube ever. I'll just leave it there. Just watch. You will see. And I am so excited to share this experience with you. So let's get to it. I need you to go ahead and do your part. Go back to steps 1 and 2, and I'll see you soon. All right. All right. So definitely remember steps 1 and 2. What I'm going to do, this next one is only a minute, 29 seconds. Let me go ahead, just for the sake of this video, and play this teaser so that everyone is on the same page about what the general story of Life or Death is. Let me go ahead and just play it. All right, and I'll pause it there. I'm gonna have to do the very end. All right, so stop the share. All right, so there you have the general introduction to the concept, as well as an introduction into the general story of life or death. I mentioned over and over again, I wanted to do this. You know, I keep telling you guys, and I'm all over the place telling people that I have an Emmy. I don't think I've actually shown it live before. I'm trying to get the whole thing in. But if you see here, you can see that this is my Emmy. That's my name. That's what we won the Emmy for. I'm really, really proud of it. It was a team of three of us together. Myself, shout out to Bernardo Santana, who is the cinematographer and the and editor. He also co-edited the film with me, as well as Melissa Ross, who was the producer. Um, of the project, and I forget the other role, but it was just the three of us. Melissa Ross is a actual I guess you could say a Jacksonville local leader now. Since we actually made the film, she hosts a show called First Coast Connect, and it's a really really powerful and informative community show here as well. And so she's like a local celebrity, if you will, here in Jacksonville. And it was the three of us, along with the people who actually appear in the film, allowed us to come in and sort of capture and tell these stories, these very powerful stories. Namely, Beverly McLean, who did something amazing with her organization, Families of Slain Children, here in Jacksonville. But if you ever want to see a good documentary that talks about some of the issues related to recidivism and crime, in an insightful way, then definitely check that out. It won the Emmy because it was I feel like it was very insightful. Um, so I keep talking about you just definitely just Google me. You find all the YouTube receipts and all the internet receipts on me, and so I have this new project now that started out as an actual script that was actually almost made into a feature. This was after Love Trap, which was my first independent feature film. Shout out to everyone that helped with making that. And so this is going to be my next one to follow up. And it several times it got to the financing stage where we had people on board. Financing was supposed to come, and then like several different times financing fell through. And so I got a little tired of that. I wanted to see it come off the page, so I created a graphic novel of the story. And then after I did that, I was very comfortable. It's like something just came over me, and I got really, really comfortable, and was at a spirit of peace about sitting on it. And I'm very glad that and I could talk a little bit about that a little bit more, but I'll kind of leave it there. I'm very, very glad that it seems as if this is the reason why I've decided to sit on it. I mean, I knew sooner or later I was going to be able to come back to life or death, and now this is the way that I feel strongly that it's going to end up sort of making its debut into the world, so to speak. So so a live graphic novel experience. What this means is that I am now we've opened up auditions, and you saw on the introduction that you could be at any level, any level at all. If you feel like you have the talent, we want you to audition for a role. Not only did I have the 5 or 6 main character roles, but there's like a whole list of roles that are supporting roles. Like you might imagine in any film, there are a lot of speaking parts. And so, we just want you to audition, and then I'm going to take us through the casting process. What's so special about what I'm doing is that we're going to do everything in front of the audience. So, you don't want to be shy if you're going to audition, because you're going to be doing it like this live. Now, the key is, you won't, because we're looking for voice talent, You don't have to, you don't have to cam up, in fact, you don't even need to have your image, your picture on the icon if you don't want it. So at least you have that. Where the only thing that matters is the voice, and you kind of think about it like that show, The Voice, where, the judges, doesn't matter what you look like. What matters is the performance, can you sing or not? Well, same here. You can have the talent and it doesn't matter what you look like, because what we're going to do is um, marry, if you will, or you can actually do your performance, perform your performance to the graphic novel, presented in a digital animated fashion. So that's the work that I'm going to do. So you don't have to worry about that. You just have to worry about the performance side on the voice side, and we're going to do it live. It's going to come together live, and I already see every step, and it's going to be amazing. So what I want to do, I don't want to talk about it again. Let me just go to the chat and see if there are any questions that are popping out. I already shared the link if somebody wants to, actually come up and ask a question or have a conversation about it live. But let me go to the chat, and thank you, JT. Um, I agree, and especially for something like this. So we've seen, just to be clear, there are, you know, um, live performed graphic novels. You just Google them, and they're on YouTube, and it's some really good, really good stuff that's out there that have basically are animated performances, or animated graphic novel concept. That's been done before. That's not, we good there. What hasn't been done is the getting, allowing every step of the way to be something in front of a live audience. That hasn't been done before. Like the way we are conditioned and we're used to seeing our product, let's say you go to a movie, is, the director and the actor and everybody, when we go out, we do all of that work behind the scenes. What you see is the finished product. And just to let you know, as you probably might guess, when you go see any movie, pick something that's out in theaters right now, for every, that's the end product, that's the produced piece of work. For every minute of produced finished work that you see, there have likely, it's like real talk, it's likely at least 10,000 hours worth of total man hours. Like seriously, total man hours per minute that you see. It's easy to go to the movie and sit down for, hour and a half and watch the movie and, oh, it was good, or oh, that sucked. You don't know just how much total work is going into it across the board. And part of that work is, of course, the work that the director does with the actors in terms of bringing the kinds of performances that are credible. I'm about to open all that up on the front end on something like this, a graphic novel experience where live we're going to see, the auditions, and you're going to get to choose or have input on who you like when we do the casting. And I'm pull sides from the actual script. And now we're seeing, we're reading different people with each other. You're going to have input on who you like. You like this person for Ava, you like this person for Bus, and we're going to keep sort of a running. I'm going to have polls. We're going to keep running polls. Once I cast the whole thing, then you will have input on. You have discussions. So like you're going to see the rehearsals, and you're going to see the actual production live, the whole thing. And that part is going to be, you can't conceive of it right now because it's never been done before. But I see exactly how it's going to do, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be quite the thing to be a part of. And then there's going to be opportunities to go back and forth. And I have a couple surprises I'm not even going to talk about now, um, that are all a part of this. So I see I got Patrice in the back. Um, I'm going to go ahead and bring Patrice in because it sounds like you're kind of interested in the concept. What kind of questions you got for me?
Hi. Yeah, I am. I'm very interested. So what I wanted to know was the monologue. Is it a monologue that you're going to give us or a monologue that you want us to have as far as what the auditions are concerned?
Thank you for asking. Great question. So here's the thing. I want to give you the opportunity to do the absolute best that you can based on what on where you are, what you think. So I want you all to find, do the research, and these monologues can come from a movie or anything, but you're gonna find your own monologue and pick something that you feel like you 100% emotionally connect to, um, and then you practice it. So you find your whatever monologue you want. It can be from, like, say for example, this throwing stuff out. TLA, he may decide. Let's say he decides he wants to audition. He may say, "I want to do the monologue from the one that he uses to open this show." Why is it escaping me? The Lawyer Show with Tom Cruise and
Oh yeah, I know
Few
the
Good
one
Men.
you're talking
A
about.
Few Good Men. So he
I think.
may, yeah, he may say, "I want to do that monologue." You want the truth, you can't handle the truth, and then the Jack Nicholson character goes on this whole monologue about, from his perspective, why he did what he did in ordering that code red. That might be a monologue that TLA says, "Hey, I'm fully down with that, and I can perform. I'll kill it." Then that's the one I want TLA to use. Same thing with you. If you have something in mind that you know you can kill, then I want you to be able to pick it.
Okay, cool. Is it what's the length you think could be? Is it like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, 5 minutes? You have
There's no, it's a monologue, so
okay,
we're not going to go too long. But
right.
it's really whatever you're comfortable with. Here's what I
Okay.
imagine. Like, so have you tell me about a little bit? Have you acted before? Have you? Um,
Yes, I've been in three musical stage plays, so I am used to performing.
Haha, performer. Three. Nice.
Yes,
Okay, so you're not at all a stranger to performing. So
correct.
so whatever you feel like, so in your case it's going to be, you actually have some experience and you know a little, maybe a lot about technique. So whatever you feel like you connect most with, it's going to allow you to go full in, because for me, what I'm looking for in from these monologues, of course I'm going to be listening. It's all about, how your voice, how you come across. You don't have to worry about your voice character or anything, but just how the emotions come across in your voice. um, I'm going to be listening to see how well you emotionally connect, to the material. um, and and I will say this, and this is going to be for anyone who watches this. I hope some people watch it. um, I do want you to, and this is going to be natural for us for the most part, but do tend or skew a little bit towards melodrama. You don't want crazy high melodrama. You don't want to be so over the top, but that is the pocket that we're going to be sitting in with this because of the nature of it. We're talking about a graphic novel, so you're talking about still images that will be animated. And so the performances themselves that people hear are going to do a lot, for carrying everything that we see. And so because of that, they can't be what you might consider understated performances. Instead, they have to skew more towards the melodramatic side. So when you pick a monologue, you can kind of be thinking about that. A Few Good Men is a good example that I just brought up. That was a melodramatic performance by Jack Nicholson when he was on the stand, coming back at Tom Cruise.
Right, I agree. Well, just from what you've shown and what you've said, I've already kind of my wheels are already spinning. I already kind of envision myself and maybe auditioning for the mother role, right?
Yes,
So,
more than likely it will. I'll definitely be, from what you've seen so far, I'll definitely be looking at Ava. Now, there's some other roles that I haven't talked about um, that will also, I can consider you for. But in terms of the lead
okay.
roles, yeah, I already hear it. It's in your voice, Ava, and especially I know about your spiritual convictions. The Ava character is a very, very strong and very devout Christian as well. So so yeah.
It's so funny you said that in this musical stage play. I played this over jealous, holier than thou character where I
Ah,
carried my Bible every. Oh my God, it was just like over the top. But yeah,
you've done it.
I'm very interested. What?
I said you've done it. You've done it.
Yeah.
let
Yeah.
me let me while you're up here, let me because I saw something I wanna. This is right here. Emotional connection. Adrian, I thought you had a question, but now I see you doing something else, Adrian. This is what I want to say. So the key, you will be fine. And really, when I set everything up, this is going to be a pretty warm environment. But it is live. Most of the time as performers or just in general, we're used to, if we're going to audition, it's just going to be for the director. It might be a few other people in the room. It's not necessarily in front of everybody. So we
Right.
can't be shy about that. What happens is with these voice performances, you can't, you got to make sure you put yourself in a space where you can fully, if it's an emotional piece, you got to really be able to go there. If it's a piece that involves tears, then we need to hear those tears. If it's something else, then we got to make sure that you connect to the passion. So don't be, and I'm sure you understand this. I'm just kind of putting this on the
Oh
tape
yeah,
for everyone.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask the question, like, can you give me the synopsis of the mother role? Like, is she like, what's her character? Like, what's her
So
um
I'm Go ahead.
yeah, I just want to know, yeah, so I can kind of have an idea of uh the type of character that the mother role is.
Okay, so in order to be very even for everybody, I am deliberately not talking about the specific characters right now. I want to leave it to your audition.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, being so that's why I'm giving people such space to pick what they feel are most comfortable with, because I don't necessarily want everybody in the headspace of the characters right now. I
Okay.
am instead I'm looking to see just how well you connect emotionally to whatever it is that you choose. And then when I get to casting and when I do a callback for you, that's
Hmm.
on the callback when I give you sides that you
Hmm.
actually have to now interpret Ava. Yeah, that's when you'll be getting a little bit more insight on Ava.
Okay. All right. And these auditions are being held when, as far as like date and time frame?
Thanks for asking that. So it's going to be one or the other. It's either going to be next weekend. Next weekend will be the first one, like
Okay.
Saturday or Sunday, or the following weekend. It
Okay.
depends on how things go. Me personally, I want the first audition to be next weekend, next Saturday. That's when I want it to be, maybe even next Friday. But I'm waiting to see the response and see how many we get. Let me talk a little bit about this. I'm so glad you asked that. So here's how I see it happening. It could be not happen like this, but this is what I think is going to happen. The first audition, maybe the first two, are going to not necessarily have a lot of people here live watching it live, which is a good thing for beginning performers because they may get kind of shy with a live audience anyway. But um but as this catches on and the word, like I just put this word out, but yesterday or day before yesterday, as the word gets out, you're gonna have more and more people tuning in live. And I intend to have auditions for at least a month. I'm gonna do at least 4 weeks of auditions. uh,
Okay.
so by the end of that, it's probably going to end up being, a lot of people. So I'm just saying all that to say that it's good if you want to just go ahead and get it in and get it over with while the word still hadn't gotten out yet. The earlier
Hmm.
is the better. There is incentive to go a little earlier. So
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
So either
Thanks.
yeah.
Appreciate that. Yeah, definitely. I'm
Okay.
definitely interested, so I'm definitely gonna audition. And I'm kind of like that person too, that early person. So
Mm-hmm. All
I'll
right.
be on. I'll be on
I,
it.
I like your voice and I can already hear some things already. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what you do.
I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to it as well. Thanks a lot. I'm gonna go back down in the chat.
Okay. Thanks,
All
Patrice.
right. All right. You're welcome.
hmm Okay, so I'm gonna go through here. Let's see and see if there are any questions. I was always told that I could do voiceovers, never pursued it. What type of equipment would one need? Just your normal, you don't need special equipment, like what you normally have right now. That you use, because you're just going to be at home in whatever your own environment, using what you use now, um, to call in. It's going to be just show just like this. It's going to be an audition show. You're going to call in. I'm going to pull you up from the back. I'll say a few things, say the same thing for everybody, and then you have your audition. Let's see. I'm just going down. Indeed, Adrian. You see these sparkles in my eyes because I'm so excited about what I think this is going to end up being. Yes. So Vivid hasn't called in or anything, but Vivid has already let me know in, I believe, on the actual video that she is going to um, audition. So I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to your audition. I can't wait to hear. Because so let me talk a little bit about while we don't have any questions right now. Let's talk a little bit about, like I think that yes, this is going to be a great thing. I really do. And part of it is because I believe the story is so good. Um, it's going to be a pleasure bringing the story out to you. But there's some other things going on here that are kind of maybe a little ancillary that I believe something like this will do. Like I mentioned, we don't usually get to see any of the behind the scenes, and because of that, is when it comes to, we all know that in terms of African American either projects or films in this country, that we don't have a lot of them. It's every year Hollywood puts out maybe a handful of say films that maybe have predominantly black casts, and statistically it's just not a whole lot of roles in the industry for for African Americans, and you could probably say that for maybe all the cultural minorities. um, well, this is something that allows us to be able to put out and at least show more of the talent, the everyday talent that a lot of us have. Like I would never have guessed that Patrice was in 3 musical productions. Um, and that's something that kind of, we all have these talents, hidden or otherwise, unexpressed, a lot of times because we don't have the opportunities to really, really put it out there. This is an opportunity to, put the talent out there, and then for folks to see, hey, there's a lot of talent. We say it all the time, but we don't see it. There's a lot of talent in our community across the board, and so I'm looking forward to that side of it as well. um, Giving, letting people, even just during the auditions and then during the casting, letting people see what kind of talent that we really do have in terms of in this space, acting talent. Um, this and if I'm successful with the project, we're gonna have other people jumping in doing this exact same thing. So that's way down the line. I don't want to get too, high in the sky with it, but if this is done right, done properly, then other people, if right now that channel started with zero, zero followers, if 1 million followers by the end of it happens because of this production, then best believe how many people are going to be coming out with graphic novels. So that's just another opportunity for our talent to be expressed across the board: writing talent, acting talent. And because we're doing it live, especially when I do the casting and the rehearsals, you're going to get to see that there's the directing talent, the nuts and the bolts. These performances don't happen, as on their own, just by themselves. Actors do the character work, and then you have to have sure-minded, researched, talented directors to bring out the kind of performances that are necessary to tell the story the way it needs to. And you're going to be able to see that up front. You're going to see the kind of work that goes into it. So there's a lot of other things that are connected to stuff to this that I think are going to be just really good, really beneficial, contribute to breaking stereotypes in general, about blacks, African Americans in this country, and really worldwide. We're just gonna see how things go. So I could talk on and on about that. Let me see. Let me see if there are any other. So Vaughn is interested. I like it. Hey, hey, Shanita, another day one. Thank you for coming and just hearing and I'm telling you, this is a little different. Well, now Adrian, Patrice Garner, Gail. Let me shout you out again. Thank you for coming back. I'm just honored that Gail. I am so honored that you are here modding for me. I mean, Gail, you like the best. And you're on my little channel. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm gonna pay that back too. You'll see. I have some things in mind with you, Gail. You don't know it, but I guess you do now. Um, oh yeah, everybody's kind of saying, "Hey, Patrice, have you heard of the Las Vegas Black Film Festival? It's held every April. I know the founder. She's a beautiful black female writer, producer, director, and actress. So no, I haven't heard of the Vegas. And they may be a new one. I am familiar, of course, with black film festivals. Um, so I wrote, produced, directed, edited, and sound designed Love Trap in 2004 and 5. It was released in 2005. From 2005 through the end of 2006, we went the festival circuit, and Love Trap won Best Feature Film at 4 Black Film Festivals, and a whole lot of other awards on the way before it got picked up. So I'm very, very familiar with the festival circuit because when you're a filmmaker and when you're a creator, generally I'll just speak for myself. I it's like I feel bad going to film festivals when I don't have a film to have in the festival because you just get all the feelings in. Like I need to have something up there. So I haven't been to the festivals here lately, but that's because I'm doing too much. I'm grinding on so many different things right now. But um, but this is interesting. Maybe we can have a connection here with the founder of this film festival. Let's see. I have family that would be very interested in this. Thank you, thank you. Share this video. You see here, it's the Life or Death YouTube channel. Please make sure that you subscribe. Of course, like the videos. When you thumbs up the videos, that helps the algorithm with putting them out so that more and more people will see them. And so definitely do those things. You want to subscribe because you want to get the notifications for when I go live with the auditions and with casting and then everything after that. Shanita, looks like you saw Love Trap. Thank you. Yes. Oh my gosh. Gail, absolutely. I told you I got plans. Well, not plans, but just think ways that I'm gonna pay it back with Gail because I'm just honored she's here moderating. Gail is amazing, and it's easy. Like right now, this is probably easy to do. Gail's doing this in her sleep on my channel. When you have a channel like the lead attorney's channel with almost 70,000 subscribers, and he does a live. I see Gail is handling it. She's doing so many other things. I'm like, how is she even doing this? And timing people out that I didn't even get a chance to see what silly stuff they said. Anyway, it's a whole lot to be in a mind, and Gail has mastered it. Gail has absolutely mastered it. Oh, you saw it. Looks like she saw it twice, Shanita. Yeah. Yes. Okay, please. I want to connect. Please let the founder know what I'm doing. This, to me, what I'm doing has the potential to open a lot of things up because the issue is this, and it's like so much I want to say, almost trying to say it all at once. Number one, it's so intensive to make an independent film. It's like a minor miracle to make a movie because there's so when it comes to something like say making a song, you only have a few moving parts. You have the actual artist, you have maybe a producer or a team of producers, and you need the equipment to produce the music. If it's an artist, like an actual, you're drawing, all you need is the pen and pad, or maybe if it's digital, you need um, the apparatus that you're gonna draw on. It's not a whole lot in terms of the barrier to entry to being an artist. Um, well, when it comes to filmmaking, we are like crossing so many disciplines. And they all have to be done really, really well in order for the film to be good, to be worth anything. You could have just outstanding performances and even good cinematography, but if you don't have someone who knows what they're doing with field mixing, field recording, and it sounds bad, you have just ruined that entire movie. And that's just one. You could have one thing, no matter what it is. The script could be amazing, but if the acting is bad, and or not consistent throughout the film, I mean, we are very, very sophisticated film goers now here in America. We've been watching movies for 100 years now. There's a certain standard of excellence that we expect when it comes to movies, and if it doesn't have it, or one little thing is off, then peace. That movie is horrible. And so there's so many different resources that you have to have as an independent filmmaker. And if we have a venue where we can still tell stories, in an entertaining way like this, um, then it's worth developing because the barrier to entry is so low. I've already created the graphic novel and the visuals are very rich. So now translating the visuals, and then adding a very, very convincing, a very powerful, um, dramatic performance voice to that, it gives us an opportunity to still be able to enjoy that story without having to have a budget of $3 million to make the movie. So this has for people who are struggling, like me, struggling independent filmmaker, don't have a lot of financial resources to actually go out and make the movie. And like what happened with Life or Death, I, like real talk, four different times this film was almost made. Every single time it was the finances falling through at the very end. After we went through a whole lot, every single time. So this could potentially be a way to at least have some stories told that, like, you guys haven't seen the story anything like Life or Death. There's stories out here that could be told, in terms of filmmaking, that are not being told because of finance, the barrier to entry on the financial side is so high. So maybe this is an opportunity. Let's see what we got here. We'll have to figure out how I can get you a plate. Oh, Adrian be cooking. Yeah, you talk it up, Adrian. You do have me wondering now how I do want to taste your food. That might be opening up a can of worms. Did you say there was a YouTube page for Life or Death? Yes. Oh, Gail, I can't believe, why didn't I hear? That's what we were just looking at. Why have I not been sharing, giving it to you, Gail? I'm mad now. Let's see. Let me actually go to the actual page, give you the link, Gail, so that you can. Thank you for asking that. All right, I'm doing that now. All right, so here's the actual YouTube page I'm sorry, the link to the YouTube page. I believe, yeah. So please go there, subscribe, like the videos, because everything is going to be done through this page. It's not going to be done through Talk with Frank Goodin. All right. So on Life or Death, that's where the entire experience is going to happen. Let's see. Frank, I have a singing voice. Here's a live recording. Look up Chinora Parker on YouTube and click on the song You're Never Alone. Check it out. That's what's up. So everybody do that. Let's see what Vaughn is bringing. And that's something else too, that we might explore later. Like for the auditions, everyone needs to come with a monologue. But there may be, I'm so glad you mentioned that, Vaughn, because there may be opportunities for singing talent to participate in Life or Death. So yeah, trust me. After this stream, I'm gonna jump right in and do it, Vaughn. Let's see, Gail. See, Gail. Gail is so. I'm gonna. You know what, Vaughn? I'm gonna give you the choice. because Gail has basically volunteered for us to hear it. Um, but I don't know how you feel about that, so I'm gonna let you call it. And is it the whole song? Is it part of it? Are you and is it an ensemble piece? Um, I won't count this as an audition, Vaughn, but this might be interesting to hear a little something. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll pass on it. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna see what you got to say about it. All right. So my main thing is I wanted to do this live just to answer any questions. Have you guys ask questions and make sure everybody's clear about what's coming. All right. So I'm gonna play a part of it just because we're about to hear Vaughn sing your voice. All right. So let me go to it here real quick. Let's see if I can. I see it here. I think I gotta go to my page and click it. All right, Vaughn. Hang on, guys. And I won't play the whole thing. I'll play some. Skip these ads. All right. So yeah, it's a long one. It's part of the choir. So I'm gonna play some of it. Okay. Let me share this. All right. This is turned into a feature for Vaughn Bryant. All right. Let's see here. Let me share the screen. Okay, Vaughn is saying just play the beginning. All right, here we go. Let's hear the vocal stylings of Vaughn Bryant. Jazz.
You're never alone. No, 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 no. You're never alone. Oh no. He's with you night and day. Right with you, he will stay. You'll never, you'll be right by your side. Say what all of your needs he will supply. So there's no need to worry, 'cause God is standing there. Jesus knows, said he really knows, and he cares. I know I'm never, no, church, you're never alone. Mm-hmm. No, 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 no.
Pause it right there. Vaughn. Vaughn is not playing with y'all. You guys make sure you you stay on that link and you finish the song out. Vaughn is not playing with y'all. Why you? You see, now I want to be shy. Vaughn, we see now, and see, this is what I'm talking about. You would never know about the different talents that we have and that we bring as individuals in the community. You just never know. So um, it's always good to have the opportunity to kind of put stuff like this out. And I'm so glad that something like this even inspired that out. Fine, you ain't playing. And then of course, I love what you're singing about. And that was the production of the whole piece was really, really, really um, well produced as well. And I personally like the style of it as well. And I only saw, we only start with hearing the first, part of what the choir was doing. So yeah, Ron ain't playing with y'all. Vaughn is not playing with y'all. This gonna be the great Vaughn Bryant from here on out now, right? All right. So I'm sure I'm embarrassing Vaughn right now. This is some good stuff. All right. So Adrian ain't letting it go. Okay. So my main thing, yeah, yeah, I hear you, Vaughn. Yeah, we got some people not coming in. That I think that was a sax. Now Vaughn will probably tell you. We have to go back and listen to it, but that sound that to me came off like a sax at the very beginning. Gail, do it, do it. From here on out, that's it. That's it. I have coined it. Coming from Talk with Frank Goodin. Okay, so my main thing here was just to make sure that everybody is clear about what's coming with Life or Death, and have any questions on it. I really see this um, starting small. Like people aren't gonna be able to, people are gonna have kind of questions about it, and it's so new. You don't have a platform that's kind of like this. What we're gonna do, but when people see what's going on, when you see it, I think that the word will spread on it, and especially when we get to, like, I think it's just going to build every step. The auditions are going to be one level, and then when we actually have our casting on our side with the sides from the actual story, that's going to be another level. Then when we actually have the actual performances and you see the story taking shape right in front of you, that's going to be another level. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Let's see here. Mhm. Yeah, I agree, Vaughn. I'm gonna Gail. So I'm going to make sure, please. Thanks for asking this. How will you let us know about the audition dates and times? Please post a comment saying that you're interested on the video on the page here, the one that's the intro to project. Just post it, and then I will reply to that post, letting you know the date and time. I'll probably just put something on so that everybody can see it. But that's the best way. And what I'll do is, the way I'm going to do it is, I won't give you your specific time. I am going to advertise and I may even make just an advance live, just create it. I'm going to advertise the date and the time of the audition show. And then it'll be up to you to go ahead and call in and then do your auditions. And, if it's, 4 or 5 people in the back, I'll just take you all in the order that you came. You actually perform your auditions, and then let you go. And so that's how we'll do it. All right. All right, so that was it. That was my thing. This has been a great stream. I got a chance to talk about what this project is. I got a chance to talk a little bit about how I see it, how I think that it's going to impact, the potential for impact anyway, in a lot of different ways. And we got a chance to hear from Vaughn the Great. Let's see here. Yeah, and you can also email me. Thank you. That is my email, frankbgoodin2 at gmail.com. frankbgoodin2 at gmail.com. Okay, well, thank you all so much. I do believe this is it. This has been an hour. Appreciate the time that you all have been spending with me, rocking with me from beginning to end. You know how I'm going to end the show. Fine, please go ahead. You go ahead and type in, you know, go for it. You know, the key is finding a monologue that you connect with. When you find that monologue, something that you know you can kill from beginning to end and you don't have any problems connecting emotionally with, that's what I'm looking for. Find that monologue, bring it. You'll see I will create an environment that's going to be comfortable for you to perform your monologue when we have the auditions. And that's all you need to do. You don't have to cam up. Just stay with the icon. Yep. So with that, thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and run my outro. And as always, if you want to type anything, of course, I'm gonna put that stuff at the end. Thank you so much. All right, I will see y'all next time.
Wow.